Are you feeling the energy of this planet is changing? Can you sense it? Can you feel it in your bones? Maybe you can't quite explain it, put your finger on it, but the world you grew up in, the world that felt so familiar even pre-pandemic, isn't here anymore. And it leaves you feeling a little bit nervous or uncomfortable because you can't find your home base. Well, you're not hallucinating. This planet is changing, and thank God for the better. But it is an uncomfortable process because what's happening is that the old dense frequencies that kept us in an energy field, like a matrix of dense, harsh, angry, judgmental, frightening, aggressive, blaming, rejecting, disconnecting energy has been dominating this planet. We've all been in it. We've experienced it in our families when maybe we didn't get approval, certainly when we went to school and we were told we were not okay. A lot of us have been immersed in spiritual or religious teaching that just said, you know what, you're basically born rotten, so good luck trying to get over that. And all of this nonsense is finally the spirit is coming back into us saying, this is enough. Enough is enough. The pandemic really shattered a great deal of that hypnosis because we were all sent back to our homes, back to our bodies, and spent a little time with ourselves. And within that experience, we started to feel like, you know what? I'm not missing that noise of the world. I'm not missing that push and that drum that constantly reminds me that I'm not safe and I'm not okay. So as we now emerging out of that, we are being invited to go to a higher dimension that is the dimension and the frequency of who we really are. And that is the spirit of us. We are souls who are here to learn and grow and let the spirit or the divine life force within us flow through us instead of block it. For a long time, the world has been at war with the spirit. We have been taught to not trust ourselves, and we've been called weirdos and woo-woos if we do have inner guidance, and we've been laughed at and dismissed. But all of that has just been to keep us from being empowered. Thank goodness, and I know for you, even if you're here, part of you is already saying, I'm not going to let that happen anymore. I am actually going to hold on to my power and grow it and come back into a frequency that feels good. So today I'm going to give you 3 choices you can make to accelerate that process and really get into a higher dimension, into what's called the 5th dimension of unconditional love. Now, right now, the 3rd dimension is the dimension of kind of the negative consciousness, ego consciousness, and war and attack and judgment and blame on the planet. Now, the 4th dimension, which is where most people who are seekers are right now, and this could include you, is a dimension where you're starting to challenge that. You're seeking, you're growing, you're asking questions, you're saying, hey, I don't want to stay here. I'm moving on. It's kind of like going to a train station. That's a busy place and everybody's going everywhere. Some people are wandering around and don't know where they're going. But if you know I'm going to a higher frequency, this transition phase will lead you to more and more conscious awareness. It will leave you feeling like, yes, I'm coming back to a beautiful experience of who I really am, a divine being, a powerful divine being, one that can be connected and belong and create and be joyful. Can you imagine? Well, today, that's what I want to help you do, is get through that train station, get on the train called the 5th dimension, and begin to experience and reclaim, reawaken, and allow yourself to live at the frequency of who you really are. First, this is the biggest one. You must shift your attention away from, I am a broken ego. I am a broken, unworthy human, to I am an awakening soul learning that I am a beautiful spirit. Now, you may not have a whole lot of evidence around you on the outside from your past, so don't look there. But Start to notice how you're feeling now, just having these surges of, I'm okay, or remembrances of what you loved. I love music, or I love to sing, or I want to write, or oh my God, I love nature. I want to be out with those the plants and flowers and trees, and I like quiet. I don't want the noise. These are the things that are the awakening. So helping you remember who you are. Now, one of the ways to accelerate that is to remember what you love. Because if you remember what you love, you don't have to reach and stretch and believe you're a spirit, believe you're a beautiful soul. You'll actually feel it. So start naming the things you love out loud and keep naming them. Because when you name the things you love, you activate the heart, which is where the spirit in you resides. That is where the higher frequency sits in your body, and you start to open the doors and let that frequency spread throughout your entire being. It can be as simple as, I love going for walks. I love singing in the shower. I love staring out the window and watching the birds in my garden. I love playing charades. I love playing with my dog. I love cooking dinner for my family. I love listening to classical music. I love creating music. When you remember what you love, you start to activate the heart chakra. That is the part of you that is the conscious, higher divine self. That is the part of it that gives you life. When your heart is beating, your spirit is home. And when that heart's beating is over for long enough, out goes the spirit, and this part is over. So when you want to start getting to this higher vibration, especially if you're having an attack of negativity, start naming what you love out loud. And if you really want to ground it and your brain is fighting you, start writing it down. Write down, see if you can write down 100 things that you love. That is a huge, huge practice that you can utilize to come into this higher frequency very, very effectively and very quickly. The second thing you can do, the second choice to make, and this is another big one, so be gracious about your process, and if you're set back, just be patient, don't get too worked up about it, and start all over again. And that is, don't judge. Now, let's just start with don't judge yourself, because don't judge is a big one when everything in your life has been about judgment, that you've been judged 8,000 billion ways. So instead of judging, you want to go to a place of neutrality, saying, that's an interesting choice. That must create an interesting experience. And so especially don't judge yourself. It's like I'm teaching a workshop right now, and some of the most beautiful souls I've ever met in my life are saying, I hate my hair, I hate my body, I hate my life, I hate my mind. And those words are third dimension toxic words that bring you right back down to fear and isolation and sorrow and sadness and disconnect. So just like what you love in life, start to name what you love about yourself instead of judging what you reject. Start to notice what you love about yourself, because what you're rejecting is really a consequence of your spirit trying to protect itself from the judgment of others. So when you stop judging, you rise above. So all this judgment's happening down here, and you have stepped out of it. So that's the next thing. Don't judge. Instead, I love, or that's interesting. So for example, I was talking to a woman the other day, and she said, I just hate my hair. Yeah, I think about it morning, noon, and night. I just hate it. I can never get it right. It's not this and that. And she had a beautiful head of hair. And I said, instead of hating your hair, what can you love? And she was really annoyed with me. Nothing. Can't love anything about it. I said, well, okay, if you could imagine, what would you love? And she said, well, okay, fine. I love that I have hair. And I said, start. I love that I can color it. I love that I can cut it. I love that it grows. I love that I might have a different experience in the future. And it was at the very beginning, but she started laughing because she said it was so silly. So use humor to get you out of that toxic I hate. I love and be as silly as you can, but humor is the antidote to self-rejection, self-loathing, and self-hate. It works. So I love and use humor and don't judge. That's a lot, just those two things. But if you want to have a third thing, and that's a stretch too, but you will absolutely open yourself up to immediate self-harmony, inner peace, attraction. You'll start to connect to what you love, manifestation, because you'll free up all that energy to manifest. Biggest reason why we don't manifest is our energy is all caught up in self-hatred and judgment and blame and ego. It's like having, you just don't have enough electricity to turn on the light. So if you free it up, you can channel that energy to manifest what you love, what you really want. So we're going to remember that. I'm going to remember what I love and focus on what I love as a way to get back to that I am a divine spirit, a beautiful creative spirit. I'm not going to judge. I'm going to go neutral. So when you're on yourself, you're going to love yourself. And when you're ready to judge others, say that's an interesting choice. Don't know why they're making that choice, and I don't want to know. But I'm going to be neutral about it. I'm not going to be, it's not like you're condoning anything, but I'm not going to shrink my energy and make myself toxic because I'm observing something that stresses me out. I'm going to go neutral. It's a stretch, I know, but it's a secret. I'm telling you, this will absolutely give you the power to be peaceful, at ease, connected, and manifest what you want quickly, for real. The third is, and I'll come back around to that, is don't blame. Don't blame yourself. You know, the ego always wants to play gotcha. You did it, I did it, they did it, and then we got punished. That's another tremendous psychic attack on your spirit. This blame game is actually attack. And if you are in attack energy, whether you're attacking yourself or you're attacking another, all that creative energy shuts your heart down. The heart energy gets shut down, and your ability to connect and to manifest and to move peacefully and energetically at ease and in a healthy way in the world stops. So I'm a beautiful spirit. I love myself, and this is what I love about myself. I don't use the words I hate. That's an interesting choice, or I'm having an interesting experience. Instead of I hate this, I mean, this is an interesting experience. Go neutral. Same with others, and don't blame. Just study. My teachers taught me observe, don't absorb. Study, or better yet, distract yourself. If you're observing something that's just awful, take your attention off of it. That means turn off the news and turn on some music, or get out some crayons and a paint set, or turn on your piano, or do something creative. That is the antidote to blame. Take your mind off whatever is causing you so much anger and resentment, whatever you're observing or experiencing. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame others. Just the antidote. Be creative. It can be as simple as bake a cake, or clean the kitchen, or paint a picture, or get your phone out and instead of watching the news, go take some photos or make a movie. Be creative. Now, these are big shifts. These 3 shifts are huge. You will get such big rewards. I'm telling you, you're going to get the reward of, for one, opening up your intuition, because it's in the heart. And when your heart can open, you immediately start getting guidance, and you start feeling the connection of the divine within. You start relaxing because you know what to do. It's quite amazing. You know, we're so fascinated, and I've been teaching people to have spirit guides and connect with their angels and higher self, but you need that heart chakra to be open in order to succeed. So I suggest that you try these things over the next week and just leave a comment to see how difficult was that. It's not going to be a walk in the park, because our habits die hard. So have a sense of humor and just keep starting over and keep trying, and don't get worked up, and don't judge, don't blame, and don't attack. Just see, this is an interesting experience. I wonder, those are the words to the front door to your higher self, I wonder how peaceful I can be today. I wonder what I love. I wonder what I can create. I wonder what makes me laugh. And that frequency is you entering the fifth dimension. And with that will come all the good things that you want. You'll get your ability to focus. You'll get your ability to create, to manifest, to attract. You'll fall in love with yourself and with life. And if you wonder, what is my purpose? This is your purpose. To live in this higher frequency is contagious. It will help other people step in with you. But you don't have to believe me. Try it. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if this works out. It is time that we move into the higher dimension, but we have to learn how to do it. Little step by little step by little step. It's not a mental thing. It's an energy thing. It's doing something different, having the experience, enjoying the new experience, and then letting it become your new choice, your new normal. So I hope you enjoyed these little baby steps. I'll be back to give you a lot more. We are entering the fifth dimension. It is happening. It is exciting. You are part of it. You will not be left behind. But then on the other hand, you don't have to drag it out either. Lean in, be excited. If you like this video and you're new to my channel, I'm so happy you're here. Please hit the subscribe button and stay with me, because I'll be offering more and channeling the guides that have been working with me for over 40 years. Okay, everybody, see you soon. All my love.